The Red Dead Online Moonshine update ended just under 2 weeks ago, and ever since then players have been saying that Red Dead Online is dead again, and with everything that's going on in the world right now, we probably won't get an update for quite some time. But being someone that has been part of this community ever since day one, it's weird to see that every time there's an update, players are loving the game, and then as soon as it finishes, the update is completely dead, and we're all just begging for that very next update to arrive again. When going on Google Trends and typing in Red Dead Online and changing it to worldwide, we get to see the overall interest within this game, and this is interest of people searching for this game, so this is when it's been the most searched, and not something where we get to see the exact amount of players playing it. But it's fair to say that when it is the most searched, it's probably the time when players are playing the game the most. So I wouldn't be surprised if these spikes within this graph actually resembles a spike in player count within the game, but every time that is spiked up, you can see that the interest has just plummeted a couple weeks later. And here in the graph you can see the spring update that was released May last year, you can then see the summer update, you can then see the PC release of Red Dead Redemption 2, which also resulted in Red Dead Online, and then finally you can see the Moonshine update. And it's fair to say no matter what the game is, there will always be a point of once it's updated, there'll be a spike in players and then it will slowly decline. But with Red Dead Online, it just drops off completely. And that is because most of the content that we get within Red Dead Online can be completed within the first day. And because everything can be completed within the first day, it just leaves the rest of the time for those that want to carry on playing this game because they still enjoy the game. They are now preparing for the very next major update, and you prepare by getting money, getting gold, completing the previous roles so they're rank 20, and also getting as many different collector sets as possible. Whenever that next update drops, if it is similar content to what we've had in the summer update or even the Moonshine update, where we get an outlaw pass and we get a couple roles, I guarantee players will be able to complete it within the first day or two. In fact, if it is that, I would bet more players this time round will be able to complete it within the first couple days compared to what it was within the Moonshine update and what it was within the summer update. I've seen a lot more players prepared within this game. Some players have a number of different collector sets already just so they can sell on the day and get a ton of XP and complete the outlaw pass. When you do the maths with the previous outlaw pass number 2, it required you to get 1250 XP every time to rank up, and that didn't matter if you was going from rank 0 to rank 1 or rank 99 to rank 100. Every rank required you to get 1250 XP. If you take that 1250 XP times that by the 100 ranks that there are, in total all you need is 125,000 XP. And what a lot of players are doing to prepare is getting as many different collector sets as possible. If you sell a collector set, you will get 1500 XP, which means it only takes 84 collector sets to do. And that may seem like a lot, but even if you was only preparing for a month and you did 3 collector sets every single day, you have more than enough to complete the outlaw pass. And it only takes 2 to 3 hours for you to get those sets. In fact, if you was to go through the flower set, there is a number of different flowers across the world, not just one for each type of flower. You could probably get 10 of each flower within 2 days. So getting 84 collector sets is not hard to do. But this leads to the biggest problem within Red Dead Online and why players are saying that the game is currently dead. It's because it's too easy to do and there's just no replayability with it. As soon as you get to rank 20 within a role, there's nothing new to do after it. You could just carry on doing the exact same thing over and over again, carry on getting money, carry on getting gold, and it's all about preparing for the next update. With the next major Red Dead Online update, it needs to be harder to get through the outlaw pass, harder to get through the roles, and for there to be more content than just the outlaw pass and the new roles that are coming. And with the new content, I'm not trying to be ungrateful here and just say like give me, I need more content. It could be as simple as just some different types of vehicles within the game that cost substantially more than what the average price is within the game. That way players can start grinding and actually trying to head towards something. That way there wouldn't be as many players within the game saying they've got X amount of money and X amount of gold with nothing to do about it. It adds the idea of progression without actually having to rank up roles or rank up the outlaw pass or rank up your character XP. It's just about trying to get the items that you want within the game, because as things currently stand, there is nothing to do within the game once you get your character to rank 100, once you get all the roles to rank 20, and you have got to rank 100 within the outlaw pass. It then just becomes players complaining that the game is dead because they have nothing to push towards. It would be nice if there was just some items within the game that doesn't necessarily involve you having to go through the roles to unlock them, but what it does require you to do is pay a ridiculous amount of money just so you can have it. It's then about flashing your money and flashing what you've got within the game. I've even asked questions to you guys during streams. If there was stuff like a gold plated wagon where you have to pay $20,000 plus just to have it, would you pay that amount of money for it? And there's a huge amount of players that would, just because it's then something that they can do with their money and then they can show it off to all their friends. For those that don't have the money, it's then about grinding, trying to get to that point of where they can buy that $20,000 golden plated wagon, and it gives a harder goal than just trying to get to rank 20 with one of the roles, trying to get to rank 100 within your character XP, or getting to rank 100 within the outlaw pass, because all of them are easy to complete, and once they have been completed, there is yet again nothing to work towards. And with this, it doesn't just necessarily have to be one golden plated wagon, you can have different types of tiers to it, even if it is something that we've had before. You can take a different version of a hunting wagon. Right now we have a hunting wagon within the game and it is very basic, and I have spoken before about there being more vehicle customization within the future, but you can have a wagon that does the exact same thing, which is hunting within the game and storing animal parts, but for it to look completely different, and you could be paying a higher price for that. It means that Rockstar don't have to add any more new functionality to the game, they just take what they already have, but it is now just done with a completely different model. And as said, it could go from something that is just a wooden plain hunting wagon, which is what we already have, and then you can spend another $2,000 and you can get a different version of a hunting wagon, something a lot nicer, and then eventually it will go up to $10,000. Yet again, it does the exact same thing, it's just in a different style, and then eventually you can get to $20,000, which is the golden plated hunting wagon, and it's not necessary for you to unlock it at first or having to progress through. You have to buy the first hunting wagon to buy the second, and then so on. You could just buy whichever one you fancy, whichever one you like the most, and that's just for the hunting wagon. That can then happen to the bounty hunting wagon, delivery wagons, as well as just add some normal wagons within the game which you could just ride about in. There's a lot of models within the game of different types of wagons, but unfortunately you cannot buy them when going to the stables and looking under vehicles. It's only stuff that you've been able to unlock whilst progressing through the roles, and as said, whilst you progress through the roles, it's very easy to do, which means it's very easy to unlock these types of vehicles, and it's very easy to buy them because they are very affordable, and it also just leads to players feeling like they can't do their very own thing. Believe it or not, there are some players within this game that don't necessarily want to go through roles, they just want to have fun within free roam. I've just used an example for buying wagons, but it can be purely anything. We just need some items that players can actually buy, so instead of them having to prepare for the very next update, they can start trying to get as much money as possible to buy the items that they want to buy now. And for those that are sitting on a lot of money and a lot of gold, they can actually use that to buy the items that they fancy, the items that they've been preparing for such a long time. But anyway guys, this is just my opinion. I've had quite a bit of time recently with everything that's going on just to think about certain stuff within this game. If you have a different opinion, then let me know in the comment section down below. Also, let me know if there was a golden wagon for $20,000 within this game. Didn't do anything special, it was just the fact that it's a different type of vehicle that you can buy when going to the stable, and it was plated gold. Would you end up buying it? Leave all your thoughts in the comment section down below. But anyway guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going. So see ya.